is the first in a series of videos aimed at assisting APS members with how to apply for FEAP distinctions. In this tutorial, I will cover what FEAP distinctions are, where to obtain the application documents, how to find the criteria for each distinction, and registering with the FEAP liaison officer as an applicant. FEAP distinctions are the honours system of the International Federation of Photographic Art, which is more commonly abbreviated to FEAP, that being the initials in French. They recognise photographic artists around the world. For all but the master's level, this recognition is based on the photographer's achievements in international salons that have patronage from FEAP. FEAP also have service distinctions for those that have contributed to the progress of FEAP or photography in general. But for this set of tutorials, we'll be just discussing the artist distinctions. As mentioned in a previous tutorial, the criteria for FEAP distinctions count acceptances, awards, number of different images, number of salons, number of countries, and also acceptances gained with prints. When a photographer gains FEAP distinctions, they are sent a badge and a diploma certificate. They also gain the right to append the distinction after their name. These honours are awarded for life, unless the holder commits a serious offence, whereby FEAP can withdraw them. FEAP distinctions are recognised worldwide, and the holder can cite them when entering or judging for a salon, place them on business cards or on their website, etc. The first distinction is Artiste FEAP, referred to as AFEAP. If a salon entrant has fulfilled the criteria for this distinction, they may apply once a full year has passed since they gained their first acceptance in a salon that had FEAP patronage. Distinctions must be sought in order, and no level can be jumped even where the applicant may have already achieved the criteria for a higher level. Each level, with the exception of Master of FEAP, must be separated by at least 1 year. The time between the distinction's certificate date is what is counted. As we apply at the same time every year in Australia and gain the same date on the certificate each year, these distinctions may be sought in consecutive years, even though the certificate date is after the 28th of February closing date for applications. So Excellence FEAP level is known as EFIAP, and this may be sought a year after gaining AFIAP. The results for AFIAP and EFIAP are cumulative. In other words, you can use the same results that you cited on your AFIAP application on your EFIAP application and simply add the extra results required to reach the higher EFIAP criteria. The 4 EFIAP levels distinctions, EFIAP Bronze, Silver, Gold and Platinum, are also cumulative within themselves, but start with new results gained since the date on the EFIAP certificate. Any result gained from a salon that had a closing date prior to the date on the EFIAP certificate cannot be counted for EFIAP levels, so it is very important to keep a record of salon closing dates and ideally highlight the acceptances on your records that are prior to the date on your EFIAP certificate, so that you know not to place them on your EFIAP levels application. Old images do not have to be retired, but each level requires a higher number of successful images, so it is ideal to be regularly entering new images. The diamond levels 1, 2 and 3 are also cumulative within the 3 diamond levels, and are only for results gained since the date on the EFIAP Platinum certificate. Master of FEAP, known as MFIAP, is a separate path and involves a panel assessment of a themed set of prints. This can't be sought until at least 3 years after the applicant gained their EFIAP. MFIAP is held and cited after a person's name together with their EFIAP or EFIAP level if they hold the higher level. Applications can only be lodged via the FIAP affiliated organisation within your own country. Each country must lodge its applications all together once per year, but can choose their own closing date. In Australia, applications open on the 1st of January and close strictly on the 28th of February. So how do you check what you need for your first or subsequent distinction? The documents are available on the Australian Photographic Society website. FIAP's documents may change any time through the year and will be replaced on the website as they are available, but the APS lodgement procedures are revised and updated, and the updated version is available by the 1st of December, sometimes earlier if it is known for sure that there will be no further changes coming from FIAP. So please bookmark the APS web address, and I will take you over there now and show you how to find the distinctions documents and details. So here we are on the APS website. To find the distinctions documents, we're going to head for the FIAP area of the website. So scroll down on the home page, we find the FIAP logo, we click on FIAP information. It is the third tab that you're looking for, which is Applicant Registration and Documents Download. If you click on this tab, this is the registration page. Now you don't have to fill out the registration page immediately, but once you're sure that you are going to be applying or believe you will be, you do need to register with the FIAP Liaison Officer via this particular page. And this just places you on the FIAP Liaison Officer's mailing list for that upcoming year's FIAP distinctions, which means you're kept up to date with any changes that might come into place. You're provided with things such as the postal address where you need to post some of your forms, and sent reminders on the approach to the closing date. It's necessary communication, so please don't forget to do this because you may miss out on critical information if you do. If you've already registered, because you only register once and only register for each particular application year, you can bypass it, or indeed you may wish to bypass it to simply go and get the form to even see if you're eligible to apply. So once you've either registered or have just want to go in and grab the documents, click on this link here, and this brings you to the document download page. This is very, very straightforward. You will see here that there will be a mention of the year to which the documents apply, so that if you are still waiting for the new documents, you will know at what stage they're loaded because that date will be updated. Scrolling down the page, as I've mentioned, if you are seeking the first level, which is AFIAP, then it is this column which applies to you. So the documents are over on the left-hand side. They're the links to download the documents, and the tick on the row tells you that that document is one that you need for your application. So an AFIAP applicant will need to download this document, this document, this document. And if you scroll further down the page, other than the essential documents, you will also find a couple of optional ones. The ones in blue are not critical ones, but they are helpful. So this one's an example filled in form, and this one just shows you the pathway diagram similar to the one that I showed you earlier in this video. But in terms of finding out whether you have actually met the criteria for the application, it is this document that will tell you, the very first one on the list. And if you download that, It will list exactly what you require, which obviously could change in coming years, so the document may not be named the same if you're watching this sometime after this video has been produced, but it will always be the first one on this list that will have the criteria.